whole host of new people around to the channel probably hopped on because I was covering this Trevor Bauer allegation, and from the outset, yeah, I just seen it as being a complete and utter shakedown, called it out for such, and you know what, took another lead out there, tried to find a different explanation for this stuff as well, and well, there's nothing, concrete in regards to the connection with Yasiel Puig. I still feel like there's something there, but more information about that kind of has to come out for us to explore it any further. But then we end up circling back around to the initial allegation that, you know what, this bitch is completely, totally, 100% full of shit. And you know what? You take a little bit of a look at it, and really, yeah, this bitch is a star fucker. No other way to put it, okay? Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I can get into his head. Trevor Bauer, accuser, boasted about having her hooks in him, and revealed she had to quit Padres cheer squad due to fling with Fernando Tatis Jr. This bitch has a record. She was looking for the best target she could find, and unfortunately for her, she has a big mouth. But fortunately rather for Tatis and Bauer, she has a big mouth. Anyways, the woman who accused Dodger star Trevor Bauer of sexual assault sent messages to a friend boasting how she got into his head when the LA pitcher lost 2 games to the San Diego Padres shortly after their first meeting. No wonder she's so attractive to baseball players. Her head is shaped like one. Perhaps that's why it's so hittable. With the LA pitcher who lost 2 games to the Padres, a cache of social media messages sent by Ms. Hill. Not one I would die on because, just a little fucking tiny 20-something-year-old blonde. They're a fucking dime a dozen in SoCal. Like, you're not something special. Especially if you start pulling this shit. I can definitely see why you want your name hidden in this one, why you keep redacting it from all of these different court documents, and why you're not, pressing any criminal charges. Because then you'd have to put your name out there. Mostly you're just going to kind of lay low for a little while, and then you'll probably end up popping up in some different circles a couple years from now, because that's kind of the pattern of these sorts of things, right? There's star fuckers, broads chasing a payday. You'll probably catch a load by somebody riding the bench and then just end up getting child support. And hey, it's one of those silent economies that has been going on for decades at this point. Just look around any professional sports league. You got Antonio Cromartie who has 25 kids and he can't even remember 6 of their names. You got Sean Kemp who can't help but empty his fucking bag in whatever city he toured around with, the Supersonics back in the 90s. That's just 2 examples off the top of my head. Apparently like a fist off the top of Miss Hills. So yeah, she previously had a fling with Padres star Fernando Tatis Jr. and resigned from the team's pad squad group of brand ambassadors when the relationship was discovered. Professional whores, okay. She also talked about how she got my hooks into him during the discussion about Bauer and responded to a meme about Padres win, telling her friend, "You're welcome for getting in his head." Point shaven bitch too. Followed with a dollar smile emoji. Anyways, speaking exclusively of dailymail.com, the friend said she had come forward because he wanted all the facts to be aired and was given a statement to both the Pasadena Police Department and the MLB. Oh boy, is there going to be more information about this coming out. When's the trial? The 23rd, I think, first date is scheduled for. Oh, so she was porking Fernando in October, apparently. Oh my god, he was breaking the COVID bubble. Was there an outbreak for the Padres in the 2020 season? I can't remember. If it wasn't for the coof, it was probably for herpes. Yeah, it's Fernando looking like he's dodging a slide to somebody for, I'd imagine, Cincinnati, because Bauer pitched for them last year. Who is this guy? That's how he hopped on top of me. Charming. He said, "I reached out to both sides, to the plaintiff directly and Trevor's agent. My goal is getting these messages out is just to help the truth come to light. I'm not necessarily trying to corroborate anybody's story or say anyone is right or wrong here. I'm just tired because this bitch wouldn't let me stick it in when white knighting goes wrong. I'm just trying to make sure all the pertinent information is out there. I'm trying to make sure it's fair." I jest, but I appreciate this dude. He added, "This is a friend of mine accusing somebody I've never met in my whole life of something pretty terrible, and my goal is to just to make sure that all the facts that need to be are present for the parties so they can make the right decision. I've spoken to both of them and given my statements of both of them. There's no secret, my attorney's letter went on both sides, and we're making sure both sides have the information." Not too much of a wordsmith, this guy. His attorney, Dan Gillian, added, "My client just wants to do the right thing, and he has spoken to the police and the MLB and passed on the information." The messages, which began on October 2nd, start with Hill's response to a social media post showing Tatis in the air, in which she says, "Yeah, that's how he hopped on top of me, cool, whatever." So clearly she's not just explicit with her social media or text messaging posts with just Trevor Bauer. This is just kind of a pattern of this professional whore. Is that what you call somebody who's on the cheerleading squad? Oh, I'm sorry, brand ambassador. That makes it better. She then went on to tell her friend that the player is king, adding, "Best sex of my life." I'll leave this stuff up on screen. I don't really want to read the fucking dronings on of a mid-20s valley girl, but yeah, it reads as such, obviously. "Hot lol, can't believe I achieved that. You did. Don't care. Don't tag this clown face. I don't care. I'm going to his house on Wednesday. I already have my hooks in." Yeah, bragging about how her and Bauer are just going to be innocently flying drones, right? No. The woman added, "I can't believe I achieved that. Life-changing. He's the reason I had to resign from the pad squad." You know what? I've made my opinion on Fernando Tatis very clear, but I have a little bit more respect for him now. Just a little bit more. He can blast some chick out of a pretty cushy position. Still think that the Padres are never going to win a championship. Anyways, the pod squad is the Padres' take on a cheer squad, although the largely female group only performed a routine on opening day. The rules include a ban on having relationships with players. Then, in April, she sent a message boasting of her contact with Bauer and telling her friend she would be going to his home. She wrote, "I already have my hooks in. You know how I roll. AIDS?" Hill's Padres supporter friend then replied, "If you don't tell him, Bauer, Tatis was better after you're done via DM. This is the ultimate fail." Oh, is this guy a cuck? Weird. She replies, "I'm going to literally get into his head." Well, looks like Bauer beat you to it. "And find pine tar. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I can get in his head." Okay. Should have put some between your legs and we would have saved ourselves this entire situation. Her friend then tells her, "You're worth more than this nonsense," before he is a white knight. Ugh, this makes me cringe. Before she replies saying, "Ugh, he's so intriguing to me though." She adds, "He's a wackadoodle like Mike Clevenger," and calls him Clev because they're close like that. Ugh. "No wonder they are best friends." Said she fuck him too? I don't really care, but that's kind of a steep drop off, but whatever. There's more text messages, but I'll save everybody the poison. You can read them or look at the stills that aren't mentioned in the rest of this recap as well. I'll be linking in the description, of course. Then, following the first encounter with Bauer, and after the Padres beat the Dodgers on April 23rd, she messaged her friend in response to a meme showing a victorious Tatis. "You're welcome for getting in his head," along with a dollar smile emoji. Hill continued to talk to her friend after the sex assault claims emerged in the media, with messages showing her complaining about Pasadena PD and calling them corrupt fuckers. She added, "Oh my god, yeah, I mean, they already interrogated me about setting this up." Oh, so even they know that this is horseshit. Good for them. "And I spoke firmly about how I joked about his amount of money." There it is! Called it. "And how I wanted to be a baseball wife, and my attorney totally ripped them for that." Oh my god. I didn't do any pre-reading, but I fucking called it right there. Yep. She just wants to be a bat bunny. There it is. Yep. And when Bauer cut her off, oh yeah, all of a sudden, oh no, yeah, these totally not self-inflicted or totally not paid for bruises that couldn't have possibly lined up with any of the other timing that's out there. No, yeah, this definitely couldn't have corresponded with anything. No. Cache of messages and the latest twist in the case that began with the woman, 27. Yeah, she's 20. This bitch don't know anything. In her complaint, she said what began as consensual sex descended into a nightmare, and he allegedly choked her unconscious and sodomized her during their first encounter at the end of April. Could you make that sound less sexy? Despite claiming she was left bleeding after the encounter, she returned to his home on May 15th and engaged in consensual sex for a second time, during which he claimed choked her unconscious. Yeah, but she liked it the first time, liked it the second time, until Bauer's like, nah, I'm good. Anyways, there's more stuff and a copy of the temporary restraining order that's going to be deliberated more when the next hearing comes up, but that'll probably be the next time that we revisit this stuff, because I'd imagine more stuff's going to be coming out, or hopefully maybe this will just get dismissed, but where does it go from here? God, I don't know. The way that MLB is handling this, I don't see Bauer coming back for a while, maybe. I would just love to see this dropped, and based on everything that we see here, yeah, it just looks like this is a total fucking setup, entire shakedown, to be completely honest. And yeah, Bauer just needs to, I don't know, do his selection a little bit better and stop playing second fiddle to a fucking offense first flash in the pan. You're in Los Angeles, dude. Just start doing a Derek Jeter. Start fucking famous people and stop plowing your fans. Literally and figuratively. With that said, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. We got some sports-ish content coming out tomorrow, but then a couple of other important topics. Oh yeah, in fact, we're going to be talking about California, and there's a good politician potentially on the horizon, but yeah, it's still kind of a long shot, so we'll take a look at that tomorrow, and I can't remember the third topic, but I'm sure it's fun. Anyways, guys, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.